About technology, can you tell?
Look, everybody is. It's a new age. Everybody's figuring it out together, so you are fine.
I know I'm supposed to press go live in LinkedIn, but it's grayed out. So I don't know if anybody's seeing this or not, but we're here. That's what matters.
Hey, and if we need to post it later, that's quite all right. It's not a big deal. And if no one ever sees it, that's also okay. I'd love to chat with you anyway.
The more important thing. Oh, wait, it just worked. Hold on.
Heyo,
Hello, I think we're doing it.
we're doing a thing.
And there's two of me. What's better than one Mary?
To Mary.
Perfect.
The
Keegan,
more the merrier. The more the merrier.
very good. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Keegan Sullivan. I am the head of go to market for Threat Captain. I also am self proclaimed chief vibe coder for Threat Captain and all things AI.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm trying to get all my screens to work at one time. So this is absolutely fantastic.
Well, and
Okay, so
Amanda chatted us that we are live, so things are working.
good. That's awesome. So if you have any fun comments, throw them in the stream. We wanted to talk about "Can't Stop, Won't Stop" Claude, a hyperfixation story. Tell me about your friend Claude.
Look, Claude has become my favorite employee, my BFF, and we've not gotten to the point where I've replaced my therapist, but we're pretty close. We are getting there.
That's awesome. So tell me about how Claude helps you every day or is
You,
driving you crazy. Which one?
Look, I am very pro Claude. It helps me organize my life on a daily basis. I am a big fan of Claude Cowork, which is a version that's on my laptop. And it basically is the project manager between Claude Chat and Claude Code because I'm not a coder. Um, I'm a creative by birth, and so I'm not very technical. But Claude Cowork helps me to build products. It helps me to organize my emails, organize my calendar, and it basically sends me an update. Hey, this is what you need to do today. This is what you need to focus on. Hey, you've not responded to this email. But honestly, it's really helped with just improving the Threat Captain platform because being a designer, but not necessarily a technical person, I know what I want things to do, but I couldn't make it happen prior. But now, if I think of an idea, I can make it happen. And so we've got a lot of cool products about to launch that we've started with AI and then our developers have finished, but it's a great jumping off point. We're not replacing any developers yet, and I don't think we will because there's always going to be somebody to need to check it and make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do. But it has absolutely streamlined our process.
So from the time your alarm goes off in the morning, how soon do you use Claude?
So I wake up, make breakfast, sit at my laptop or sit at my computer, and I get my 8 o'clock update from Claude.
Oh my gosh, that's
And
great.
Claude will tell me, hey, these people have looked at the Threat Captain website. I also run a marketing agency. So it'll tell me, hey, you've got inbound leads from Sullivan Creative Co. You need LinkedIn, you need to respond to LinkedIn because it'll connect to whatever you want it to connect to. And so I just have Claude be my one source of truth. So instead of checking inboxes on every platform or analytics on every website, it just gives me a full rundown. And because of Claude, it'll also connect to a platform called Lovable, which you can design products or websites by like just telling Lovable what to build by prompting it. And so I've connected Claude to Lovable. And because I'm a very visual person, I don't want to read everything that Claude says. I've built a dashboard inside of Lovable that Claude updates for me. And so all I have to do if I don't want to read the email that Claude sends me is I go to my dashboard and I see what I have to do every day.
Oh my gosh, it sounds like it's better than a personal assistant.
Look, so it's actually our CEO. Adam has an executive assistant that I've been working with, and I've been teaching her how to use Claude, and I've been teaching her how to use Lovable. And so Adam's also a very visual person. So she's built dashboards for every single one of Adam's projects, and everything that Adam needs to do, there's now a visualization element to it so that he can process it better. And it's actually made her job as an executive assistant even better because she's now more of like a chief operations officer because she
Mhm.
can keep track of everything that's going on and put them in one place for Adam to look at. And so I don't, it will at some point replace some tedious manual jobs, but if you know how to use it, it will simply just make your job easier and you'll be more effective because you have more free time to think and create and plan as opposed to doing all the manual tasks that took you so much time to do manually.
Yeah, to me, hearing you talk about how you're using it, I don't think it's going to replace people. I think it's going to force people to learn more and do higher level jobs so that they can get out of that mundaneness.
Absolutely, because a lot of times we can't fully do what we would like to do with our business or with our job because we are so tied down by the tedious. I need to write up this report. I need to send this to this person. I need to, like, it's just so many one on one or like one after the other tasks where you can automate a lot of that now and give yourself more space to think and be and just breathe. Because I think so much or so many of us get caught up in the grind and the just the
Mhm.
day to day that we don't give ourselves the space to be creative and we don't give ourselves the space to think through problems. And this has been a big help for that because it does just allow you to kind of sit and meditate on your thoughts or kind of sit where, okay, so where do I want the company to go from here? Because again,
Mhm.
we are so short on free time and this is so valuable in order to give you that back. It's been a game changer.
Well, I don't have Claude, I have Kona, and she just sleeps on the job all day long. It is absolutely no help.
Look, I would love to be Kona, so I don't blame Kona one bit.
Do you use any other AI tools?
So I started with ChatGPT, and once I learned what all Claude could do, I transitioned to Claude, and with that, I use several different AI platforms that all integrate with Claude. Because there's a platform called Read AI. It's a um, basically a Zoom call transcriber,
Mhm.
and it integrates with Claude. So after every Zoom call, as soon as it's over, instead of watching the video back or going through and reading the transcript, Claude will automatically highlight anything that I've said. Hey, I will get you this. I will send you this. I will
Oh,
do this. It will flag whatever action you said and send you a note that said, don't forget, you told Mary you would send her this email with this date on this time. And so
that's neat.
that's one of the functions I utilize just about daily. I have a automation through Claude that I set up that's connected to LinkedIn, so I can see anytime someone's talking about cybersecurity sales or anything like that. Claude will scrape LinkedIn and give me a list of, hey, these people are probably interested in your product because they're talking about selling cybersecurity, and that's what Threat Captain does. And so it's basically a lead list prospector. It's there's so many different integrations that if you need it to do something, something's out there that'll do it for you.
That is really cool. It's almost like Claude is a conductor of an orchestra, and all these other tools are its what's the word? Musicians.
Exactly. And there's actually a skill which if you do something over and over on
Mhm.
the like daily, you can create a skill for Claude to learn. And it's basically just a behavior that, hey, every day at 2 p.m., check my emails. And so that'll be a skill. And so you can create skills that are called an orchestra.
Mhm.
It's called the orchestrator, and you can tell it, hey, I need you to check this, and this at this time, and it'll go through and access any apps that you need. It could, if you allow it, it'll access browsers, and so it could literally say, hey, I need to send or I need to create a website for this company, and it'll access your tools that you have because you're logged in, and it'll build it for you, and you just sit there and watch it. Or if you're working on something else, you can just check it every now and then to see if it's doing what you asked it to do. It is incredible.
That's amazing. How long have you been using Claude?
So I've been using Claude since probably, I would say, November or October. Um, and the speed of which I feel like I'm always learning Claude,
Mhm.
because the speed in that updates come out and the platform changes, there's always a new update and there's always something new. And I try to always be on the forefront of learning what's coming out and what can benefit Threat Captain, because again, there's always going to be somebody that needs to hit the start button on
Mhm.
AI, or who knows how to make AI talk to your company. And so I'm not worried about Threat Cap or about AI taking my job, because I'm going to be the one who knows
Yeah.
how to use it. And so that's something I tell everybody. Like, I really think every company should utilize at least some type of platform of AI to help automate the manual tasks, to give their teams more space to exist and breathe and just communicate, because it's so easy to get caught up in the grind. If you're always learning AI to know how it can benefit you and give yourself that free time back,
Yeah.
it's absolutely a benefit to your company.
Yeah, and like you said, it's not even free time, just the ability to work on something more important or a bigger project or take on more projects because you have the time to do it.
Exactly. Exactly. And it helps to make sure people don't fall through the cracks, because you can set it to say, hey, you forgot to email
Mhm.
so and so back, and they've been waiting for 4 days. And so that'll notify you. And so it helps make sure people don't fall through the cracks, and that everyone feels seen and everyone feels heard. And it's like an extra brain for you, or like you said, it's a personal assistant for people who may not be able to afford a personal assistant. It definitely helps,
Yeah, personal assistant that doesn't take naps
which is nice.
or need a coffee break or anything else. It's always
Look,
working.
the day I can figure out how to get Claude to make coffee and bring it to me. Now, there is an automation that I've seen that someone has it DoorDash them coffee every day, but that gets expensive, and I will not do that. My wife would not like that. So,
That's hilarious. I was going to say we've got a few comments.
oh, nice.
Amanda, let's see. Amanda and Victoria. Victoria needs to sign up for Claude now.
Look, and am I'm more than happy to help people learn. Oh,
I
I
was
don't
going to
know what's
say,
happening.
oh yeah, your camera's a little funky. I know
Sorry.
we're at 12:15, but we didn't start until 12:02, so we've got 2 minutes. Um, have you ever thought about designing a course to teach people how to use Claude?
I've thought about that. Um, I also, my life motto is be what you need, because when I was starting business, I didn't have someone to show me how to get an LLC, how to build a website, how
Mhm.
to do. And so I have the philosophy is, if you need something, if you need a mentor, if you need a friend, and you be that to someone else, the universe will work out a way to where you find what you're looking for. And so my life motto is be what you need. And so I am always willing to meet people one on one and teach them Claude, because at some point, I'll probably sell a course or teach a course.
Mhm.
But at this point, I feel like I'm just learning how to do everything now, and I'm not an expert by any means. And so we
Yeah.
can fake our way through it together. And so I'm more than happy to help people learn. Like, I've taught our executive assistant how to use
Mhm.
it, and she's basically a junior developer at this point. And I'm about to start a weekly LinkedIn Live to where it's called Coffee with Claude. And once a week, every morning, I'm going to start my day and I'll just vibe code something. And if people want to pop in the chat and ask questions while I'm vibe coding, or if they just want to watch what I'm doing, they're more than happy to. Because again, I think this is absolutely going to be a game changer for people, and it'll help improve their quality of life. And so I'm
Yeah.
super excited to help people learn how to do that.
I feel like you could ask Claude to write an outline for a beginner's guide to using Claude.
Oh, absolutely.
Um,
I know people that have written full ebooks with Claude, and they give them the points of, hey, this
yeah,
is what I want to talk about. This is my methodology. This is my sales process. Make an ebook, and it happens.
that is so great. I love it. Well, Keegan, what's the next event you're going to be at?
That is a fantastic question. I know we're going to be at GTIA next week in Chicago, and then there are 3 or 4 other things this summer, but my main focus at this point has been scheduling everything. So I'm not sure which ones I'm going to. I just know someone's going to be there. So
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you at one of them in the near future. You've been a great friend
absolutely.
in the channel, and you can give me a Claude 101.
Look, I might have to do a pop up lesson like we were doing pop up podcast at IT Nation and just do a pop up Claude lesson.
That would be awesome. I bet it would be very well attended.
Look, it's a blast. It's super fun.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me for this quick 15 minutes. And you can teach me how to do LinkedIn live streaming.
Look, I need to learn before I start, that's for sure. But I appreciate you asking me to chat. It has been a blast.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.